Are you dragging yourself out of bed 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a night just to use the bathroom? Those broken nights aren't just frustrating. They're your body waving a red flag, a clear signal from your prostate. And here's the truth. After age 60, there's a crucial conversation every doctor should be having with you, but almost no one does. And it's not about adding more pills to your shelf or signing up for invasive procedures. It's about 3 small daily habits that can transform your prostate health in ways you never thought possible. The science is in. These habits have been proven more effective than many expensive medications. Yet somehow, most men never hear about them. But first, please like the video. The more people like it, the more YouTube will distribute it to people who don't have access to doctors or hospitals. Also, please share the video with your friends and family. Many lives can be saved with your help, so share it. My name is Dr. Geogia, and with more than 20 years of experience as a urologist, I'm here to finally have that life-changing conversation with you. And stay with me, because habit number 3 will absolutely surprise you. But before we get there, let's make sure you understand why this matters. Think of your prostate as a little walnut-sized gland tucked right beneath your bladder. The critical detail is that it wraps around your urethra like a snug ring. As the years pass, natural hormonal shifts make it start to grow. And since it encircles the urethra, that growth presses on it almost exactly like stepping down on a garden hose. The flow gets squeezed, and the problems begin. This isn't rare. It's nearly universal. By 60, more than half of men feel the impact. By 70, the number jumps to 70%. That's why you might already know the symptoms. Struggling to get started when you urinate, a stream that's lost its force, that nagging feeling that your bladder never truly empties, and of course, those endless bathroom trips that destroy your sleep. Here's the part most men accept without question. They think it's just aging, but that belief is wrong, and it robs men of their best years. The shocking truth is, you do not have to accept this as inevitable. Science has uncovered natural ways not only to prevent these problems, but in many cases to reverse them. And I'm about to show you exactly how. Let's begin with the first habit. This one sounds so basic that you might laugh at first, but there's a twist you've probably never heard. I call it smart hydration. I can hear you now. Doctor. Geogia, drinking water? Really? Yes, really. But here's the secret. It's not about how much you drink, it's about when you drink it. And that one detail makes all the difference. Here's why. When you don't get enough water, your urine turns thick and concentrated. That concentrated urine is loaded with toxins and substances that irritate your bladder and prostate, fueling inflammation and making every single symptom we just talked about worse. Now here's the game changer. Timing. The strategy is simple. Drink most of your water in the morning and afternoon, but after 6 p.m., cut way back. If you're thirsty at night, stick to small sips. This way, you keep your prostate and bladder calm and hydrated during the day, and at night, you finally give your bladder a break. And I'm not the only one saying this. Studies prove that men who follow this hydration timing report up to a 40% reduction in those dreaded nighttime bathroom trips. Imagine what that means. A night of deeper, uninterrupted sleep. A simple adjustment that could completely transform the way you feel when you wake up. Now let's move to the second habit, one you can literally start today. We've covered hydration, so let's move on to the second habit. One so simple you might doubt it at first. But trust me, don't. I call it the strategic walk. I'm talking about a short, easy walk, just 10 to 15 minutes right after your main meals. That's it. Sounds almost too simple, right? But the science behind it is powerful. Here's what happens. Every time you eat, your blood sugar spikes. A quick walk right after your meal helps your muscles use that sugar immediately as fuel, which prevents those big spikes. In fact, a study published in the respected journal Diabetes Care found that 3 15-minute walks after meals were even more effective at controlling blood sugar than a single 45-minute walk. Now you might be asking, but what does blood sugar have to do with my prostate? The answer, everything. Constant blood sugar spikes create chronic inflammation throughout the body. And today's research is crystal clear. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest drivers behind prostate growth, hyperplasia, and even higher risks of more serious problems. So when you take that gentle walk after dinner, you're not just strolling. You're actively fighting inflammation at its root, protecting your prostate, and improving your overall metabolic health with every step. And here's the best part. It doesn't have to be a power walk. A relaxed lap around the block, a stroll with the dog, or even a walk through your backyard garden is enough. It's a tiny time investment with a massive return for your prostate health in the long run. And now, let's get to the third and most surprising habit of all. Now we've reached the third habit, and it's the one that surprises most men. I need to approach this with the seriousness and respect it deserves, because for many, it's a subject surrounded by silence. I'm talking about what I call natural prostate cleansing. The science here is undeniable and comes straight from one of the world's most respected institutions, Harvard University. In a landmark study, researchers followed more than 30,000 men for nearly 20 years. The results were groundbreaking. They found that men who ejaculated more frequently, about 21 times per month or more, had up to a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer. I know, 21 times a month might sound like a lot, but for many men, that's simply a healthy and regular frequency. And the reasoning is fascinating. Regular ejaculation works like an internal cleanse for the prostate. Each time, you're helping flush out old secretions, dead cells, and potential toxins that otherwise could build up inside the gland, causing irritation, inflammation, or long-term damage. And here's what's important. The Harvard study made it clear that the health benefit comes from frequency itself, whether with a partner or through masturbation. For some men, especially those without a steady partner, this can feel uncomfortable to talk about. But from a purely medical and health perspective, I want you to know, this is normal, it's healthy, and it's proven to protect your prostate at any age. If the subject makes you uneasy, I encourage you to have an open, judgment-free conversation with your urologist. This is about your health, your future, and your quality of life. But now we need to bring these three habits together and also talk about something absolutely essential that cannot be skipped. Now it's time to understand how these three habits connect. And here's where I need to give you an essential warning, not as a content creator, but as your doctor. Nothing, and I mean nothing we've talked about replaces your annual checkup with your urologist. If you're over 60, your PSA tests and digital rectal exams are non-negotiable. Early detection is your strongest ally in making sure treatment works and your life stays long and healthy. Please don't put this off. Because when you care for your prostate, you're really caring for your entire quality of life. It's the difference between enjoying an active, independent, vibrant third chapter or living with limitations and discomforts you simply don't have to accept. And I know these habits work, not just in theory, but in practice. Every week in my office, I see men who've made these simple changes and come back with extraordinary improvements. But I also know some of you want faster relief, especially if your symptoms are already keeping you up at night or making you feel embarrassed during the day. And in those cases, addressing the root cause, inflammation, more directly becomes essential. That's why I've been sharing with my patients a discovery that's turning out to be a real game changer. It's a simple 15-second bedtime masculine ritual that has shown impressive results in shrinking prostate swelling and easing the worst symptoms, things like constant dribbling and urgent bathroom trips, often within just a few weeks. The beauty of this method is that it works naturally without the long list of side effects that usually come with expensive medications. Unfortunately, Powerful natural solutions like this rarely make headlines because they don't create huge profits for big pharmaceutical companies. But if you're truly exhausted from sleepless nights or tired of living around constant bathroom breaks, I've prepared a short video presentation that explains exactly how this ritual works. You'll find the link pinned in the first comment and also in the description below this video. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 3 habits surprised you the most? Which one are you ready to start today? If you have questions, ask them in the comments. I personally read and reply as much as I can. And let me know where you're watching from. I love connecting with people all around the country. If this video brought you value, the best way to thank me is to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the bell so you won't miss our next conversations about men's health. And maybe most important of all, please share this video. Send it to your father, your brother, your son, or a close friend. Shared at the right time, this information can literally change someone's life. And if you want to keep going on this journey of knowledge, click on the video now appearing on your screen. In it, I reveal the foods that best support your prostate health. I'll see you in the next video. And remember always, your health is your greatest asset.